Wilma, Wilma.
Wilma is still alive. Can you keep singing? Good girl.
Yes, yes. You'll be absolutely fine. You've landed on your feet, you lucky thing.
They're called Boatsy. It must be 22 years now when I was given a dog that I changed its name from Poppy to Noggy Dog. Strange name, I know. Anyway, this particular dog was very, very happy and playful staffy that was only 4 months old. This lovely little doggy was abandoned in a bottle recycle bin, and it was just lucky that the people who gave me this dog heard her yelping away inside there and rescued her. At the time I was teaching guitar, and that was my purpose for going round there. And this little black and white staffy that looked like a mini Frisian cow just jumped up at me, and she made it as clear as possible that she wanted to come home with me. And the people who found this dog felt the same way. So I did. I took this doggy home, and she became a big part of my life. She was wonderful. She was so loyal and friendly. I never ever thought she'd ever bite anyone or, just be a difficult animal, and she never ever was. But my little girls were only 18 months when she finally died, and they reckon they can remember her. They both love dogs. Yep, Senior Mustard has dogs. They love going round to see his dogs. Can we go and see Grandad? Yeah, what, to see Grandad or the dogs? The dogs. During the COVID times, dogs seemed to be one of these things that were being bred all the time because there was money to be made out of it. Suddenly there were people with no job, no responsibility, but a whole load of income. And so they could afford a dog, and the people that took advantage of that. That kind of changed the way doggy movements went, I think. But I always wanted a rescue dog, like the dog that I had before, because it just seems like the responsible thing to do. You take on a dog that hasn't got a home, not buy a dog off of someone who's making money out of breeding them. I don't expect everyone else to feel the same way or even agree with me. That's just my thoughts on it. And so, when it came to us having a dog, that was my thought. Let's go to a rescue centre and get a dog that way. You still have to pay, and we decided that having a dog was going to be effectively their Christmas present, because Christmas is just so full of stuff that you don't need, and buying presents for the sake of it. Why not buy one really significant present that they can be both properly invested in and look after? And so that's where that decision came from. And so we went to this place called Bleak Holt Animal Rescue, because we'd been looking on their website and we'd seen this lovely black doggy called Wilma, who to me I thought was another staffy. Turns out she's not. She's a bulldog crossed Labrador. Just kind of got a slightly staffy shape to her, but not with the staffy face. Anyway, out of all of the dogs that they had there, this particular dog they both agreed on. That's the one that we want. We love that dog. We really want to see it. So we decided to take a little trip to this animal rescue centre, and it was the first dog that we saw. They were so keen on this dog called Wilma that they weren't really even that interested in looking at the rest of them. They just kept going straight back to this kennel and shouting Wilma through the doggy prison. I found it to be quite a sad experience going to these kennels, because there were about, I don't know, maybe 20 individual kennels, something like that. But there were plaques up on the bars of previous dogs that have been there and died there. And what a terrible, sad way to go. So the dog that we've got, Wilma, is already nearly 10 years old. So is that a wise decision? Getting a dog knowing it's only going to be around for another couple of years? In one way, no, it's not. But in a rather big way, it's the thing to do. Because not only did my little girls like that dog in particular, and they really do, you know, they love that dog. They really, really do. But it's not got much life left. And how sad it is to think that it would just spend the rest of its days, maybe a year, maybe 2 or 3 years, just in a kennel. So to bring this dog out and give it a lovely, happy home for the rest of its life just seems to be the correct thing to do. Now, there are certain types of dogs that end up in the kennels where they're there for a couple of days because loads and loads of people all go along and say, no, we want that one, we want that one. So they're popular types of dogs. We were keeping our eye on the website. Now, ideally, we need a dog that is hypoallergenic, but the one that was there, loads and loads of people. I mean, we saw the messages, it was loads and loads of people. But did those people go back and choose a different dog? Probably not. And so it kind of just defeats the object of having a rescue dog. Being choosy about what sort of dog it is just seems a bit wrong. A dog lover is somebody who loves dogs, not somebody who will only have a certain type of dog. And this is the thing with breeding. Breeding dogs, it's a highly irresponsible thing to do. It's a cruel thing to do. And I'm not going to talk about it because I really don't want to. But anyway, Wilma will be seen quite a lot on my videos because she's been coming to the yard with me. She's happy just to sit in the car and doze. And then she's happy to just wander around. She doesn't particularly like being out in the wet. I can relate to that. But yeah, so she's going to be seen. She's the yard dog and the family dog. The difficulty so far, though, is that a dog like this going into a family home, it can all be just a bit overwhelming. And I've said to my little girls, don't keep pestering her. You know, just let her come to you. Let her be your friend. If she wants a stroke, she'll come and get one. This kind of thing. Because the problem is, you just don't know the dog's history. And that was a concern of mine. And we've had her for a week now. And a few times she's shown me something that suggests that she may well have had a bit of an unhappy life beforehand. She doesn't, you know, she snapped at me a couple of times. She snapped because I grabbed the collar. And now I know, right, don't grab the collar. Don't grab it, which I won't do. But compared to my other dog, you could just pick her up and swing her around, put her over my shoulder. She was just happy just to, yeah, I'll have a load of this. Wilma's bigger, and she's just as strong. And she's not the kind of dog that I want to get bitten by. So I've got to be a bit careful. But I think this is the thing. You treat this animal with respect. You don't force affection on it. And hopefully she's going to have a nice, relaxing rest of her life with me and my little people. Thank you for watching this rather unexpected video, but I thought I'd best explain myself. On the first day that we had Wilma, she was chewing this toy up, this plastic toy, really frantically. So I thought, best take that off her. And I went to take it off her, and that's when she snapped at me. And that didn't look like a particularly good sign. Then later on in the evening, she was on the couch. And for me, dogs shouldn't be on the couch. And I was just about to go to bed, so I went, come on, off you get, and just grabbed hold of the collar. And she snapped at me then. And I went to sleep thinking, this dog's not really right for us, is it? We can't really have that kind of thing. But I read through all the leaflets and stuff like that about how traumatic it is for a dog going into a new home. And I thought, There's going to be reasons for it. And then further thoughts that this dog may well have had a really difficult life means it's even more important that we don't give up on her. If she's treated right and treated carefully, then we shouldn't have any problems. Do you know what? I think dog ownership is a bit like car ownership. Not for everyone, but for many. Now, there are people like me that enjoy having an older car because it's more unique, it's more interesting, it's less likely to go wrong. But nobody's going to be patting me on the back for how wonderful I am for having such an expensive car. I don't really want them to do. And with dogs, you have people that they'll only have a particular type of dog. Oh no, it's got to be one of these. Well, then that's just possessing a dog. It's not being a dog lover. It's not being somebody's helping dogs. It's someone that's having a dog for the purpose of showing off, isn't it?